Hi guys. I'm really unhappy right now with the way this season is going. I don't know about you guys, but I just do not like it when one side of the house bulldozes the other side of the house. I mean, the season becomes predictable, in my opinion. Um, and that definitely isn't entertaining to me. I think it's better when the power actually shifts, because it seems that right now BB or Paramount or CBS, they have their hands in the game. I think that's what it seems like, because it's highly unlikely that everything will be planned to that side of the house. Think about it. Every single person that got a power, what side of the house were they on? The other side of the house. And they made sure that the survivor people went ahead and got a power instead of a punishment. And when I think about Devon's, when he got his, that was totally staged, in my opinion. He comes about, oh, and then I say, oh, I see the pattern. There is no pattern. There was no pattern to that game. It's just BB on the other end being able to stop it when they wanted to stop it. Make it do what they want to do. I don't care what nobody else say. That's how it is. And then when D got hers, some of the same thing. And because there is no way when you have something like that, it's not a pattern. It's just about being quick enough to be able to say stop it at this time. But if it jumps, you know it's Big Brother making the changes on in behind the scenes and so forth. But anyway, I just don't like it. I think that they're catering to the icons, in my opinion. But let's just go ahead and get into it right now. I'm going to start off with talking about a little bit of the live feeds lately. So it's going to be spoiler alerts. If you don't want to hear it, walk away from the screen. I don't know how long it's going to be. It shouldn't be that long. But just a few spoiler alerts. So it appears that, no surprise, the other side of the house has power. Of course, the weaklings, I call them, they had it for 2 in a row. But when you think about it, what happened during their HOH? Nobody significant goes home. Yeah, Chuck went home, but come on now. It wasn't like he was at the top of the totem pole, you know what I mean? So he was dispensable. They didn't care. Him and Haley, but they kept Haley and took off Chuck because they made the game. It was catered for her so she can win it. She's this type of person. That's the kind of stuff she likes, or she is able to win. Now, the second person, Yash, who wins because of the stupid rewards that Devon's got when he didn't deserve it, and that D got. D tried to use it, and I was so happy when he didn't bow down to that. I'm so glad that he stuck to his gun and kept her up on the block, because that's where she belonged. And anyway, so I just want to say that I was indeed down with D at the beginning, but the spoiler alert is D has head of household. And I'm wondering what type of competition it was, because as of lately, since that one she got, which she had help getting, Yash, the one person she put up, she hasn't won anything. And we've had strength, we've had endurance, and we've had puzzles. So she couldn't win any of those. Didn't even come close. If you remember the endurance, she got out just like that. The second one, I think she was second. And then in the puzzles, she couldn't get that. She was behind with that. I don't think she was even close with the puzzles. So it's not like she was playing like this phenomenal game. But I was down with her before, and I was like, okay, I was actually okay if she won. If she won the game, I wasn't rooting for her because I prefer a Big Brother person to win it, a newbie to win it, you know, or one of their icons. I really didn't want Angela to win it either, because I just don't think she should have it. I mean, she didn't play the game right the first time. She was mean. She was a bully. And I think it's some of the same things. Now she's ingenuine, all the fake crying and all that kind of stuff. You don't be trying to win a game with, you don't try and win a game with emotions, you know. But to me, Dee's attitude shifted. It shifted greatly, as a matter of fact. And it appears to be bordering on bullying to me. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. Like she's the big bully in the house, acting as if she's the most powerful player in the house. Ironic, right? Because actually she is at this moment, because she is head of household. So the head of household is the most powerful in the house, right? So being HOH for the week, that is. And I know you survivors out there will not like this commentary. So put on your big panties, the big adult panties right now. Because, and also I just want you to put it in the comments if you think differently from what I'm saying. Because even though some of you might not like what I'm saying, you may know it to be truthful and can say, yes, it is, but she's winning and I'm happy for it. These are honest people that would say that, though. But the other ones probably won't say that. So in my opinion, I feel like if you just leave it in the comments, if you think you can change your mind, just go ahead and put what you got to say in the comment area. Just don't be disrespectful, okay? Because I'm not a disrespectful type of person. Anyway, like I said, I think her position where she is in the game right now, as well as Devin's, it's not because they're playing this extravagant game. No, not at all. With Devin's, I think it's because, and I mean with Dee as well as with Devin's, I think it's because it's not what something they're doing, you know. She's making mistakes. She's making mistakes such as she's talking too much by revealing things she has no business revealing, especially when she revealed the power that she had. Come on, that just didn't make sense to me. She's trusting the wrong people and so forth. So it's things like that that she's doing that shows she's just like the other players in the game. The only thing she has on her side, like I said, in my opinion, is she has BB or Paramount CBS on her side, pulling strings, making sure they get. I'm gonna tell you, it's a conspiracy, you guys. I think because people really like Survivor, right? And I think when, what was her name? Mama D is her name. She was D as well. When she came on, people were saying she was at a disadvantage because her son was there and he pulled her down. And to me, that's not Big Brother's fault. Because if that's her son, she should have known how to rein in her son, right? And don't get me wrong, I like Dee. And I thought she was doing a good job, but she was allowing her son to mess her up. So with Dee and Devin's, so when it was time for them to put survivors on a game, I think the mentality is we got to show them that they have every advantage. And so they're just overdoing it, in my opinion. This is Big Brother House. It's not Survivor. So we don't need to be catering to anybody. If you can win, win. Just like anybody else. Just like the newbies have to put in the work. They should have to put in their work as well. They should not have these things take place that put them in a good position to start off with. That's just bogus and ridiculous to me. And I truly think that's what's happening. That's just my opinion. If you think differently, let me know. So I think the reason that she's excelling is because of her lackeys, right? Who are those who are in awe of her, the Devins, Barrett, Drew, and even the scary cat, Melody, you know, and Mallory is in that mix as well. They're all in awe of this girl, and I don't understand why. Yes, she won 2 survivors, but that was survivors. It's not Big Brother. Once she come on here and fairly wins Big Brother, then be in awe with her if she comes back on again. But let her prove her worth as a Big Brother player. Don't give her no cushion or anything like that, because that's what both her and Devins is getting. And then they're catering to, what's her name? Miss Whining. Fake whining, by the way. Angela. I think it's not right and it's not fair for the newbies who are coming on. Don't do that to people. Everybody should have a fair chance of winning that $750,000. And if you're catering to one group or one person, that's just unfair in my opinion. Moving on. I think majority of the households, the house guests rather, that they're just very wimpy. And I say that because of how they're allowing the so-called icons to manipulate the game, to manipulate them, you know, starting with the now, and that's D, how she chooses to reign her head of household. For me, there is absolutely no way that I would allow her to expose my game just so that she can excel at her game. Absolutely not. Or just because she has power for the week, by the way. I feel, how dare her to demand that everyone in the house tell her what their conversations were in the game. Say what now? You don't have that authority to do that. And for them to give that authority to you is crazy. She just doesn't have that authority. And what I would say to her is, do what you need to do, girl. Because guess what? This isn't Survivor. It's Big Brother. It's the Big Brother house. And in the Big Brother house, each and every one of us have our own game to protect so that we can win that $750,000 ourselves. So I can't be bullied into strengthening your game. Absolutely not. And I would let her know, if I have a sit down with you and I tell you everything about the conversations I had with people that led to your being put up on the block, all that does is two things. And both of them are things that I don't want to happen. Number one, it strengthens your game because you're being well informed so that you can make adjustments and do what needs to be done to position yourself correctly. That's not my job. It's your job to try and get what you need to get. And granted, this may be your way of trying to get it. And it's not going to work, Michelle. Absolutely not. And number two, if I sit here and give you the information, what they call it? If I sit here and tell you every single thing that I had, that I said and somebody else said in our conversations I had, conversations, no doubt, that you weren't privy to and was not for your ears. If I do that, that will weaken my game. Because now people that's in the game that has my confidence will no longer have confidence in me. They will feel like they can't trust me. Because here I am at the first sign of trouble, spilling the beans, telling you everything that you want to know just because you have power for the week. I don't think so. You need to work for that $750,000, my dear. And bullying me is not going to get it for you. Absolutely, positively, no way, absolutely not. You can't fool me like that. It's a different game. So do what you have to do, and I'll just have to do what I have to do to get myself off the block. Get myself vetoed or get myself out off the block from Big Brother Blockbuster. That's it. That's what I would do. But I just think it's unfair of her to do that, to try and get everybody to do so. And she did. I mean, you had Lala talking to people, throwing people under the bus. Some of it was true, some of it was untrue. I mean, she was throwing Mallory's name, Melody's name, Drew's name, Barrett's name. Now, stuff she was saying about Drew, absolutely, positively correct. But they are a couple, so that was true. They are a group, so she was right about that too. But she was saying everybody's name as putting the icons out there, and I don't recall that being the case unless something happened one of the times when I was looking at the live feeds, right? And she lied about herself not saying it. She did say she wanted them out. And you just said, and within that, and I think she's paying for it now because I was just looking at the lives not too long ago. I didn't have that much time to. But she was just looking, it looks like she's in trouble. So it looks like it came back to bite her because she's trying to smooth things over with Angela. and the FAPs are on the couch talking about her, saying how they threw her under the bus, saying no, this didn't happen. Drew is truthful with what he said, but to me, and this is another thing that will show you whether or not Dee is smart or whatnot. Because if you know these four, because she said she knows this, and you know yourself you can't trust Drew. That's why y'all wanted him up, and he got put on the block anyway. So why would you trust what they say? These are the same people that's in his group. Of course they're going to vouch for him because that's their guy. Why would they come to you and say, oh yeah, Drew said that? That's not going to happen, boo. So use your little brain, and maybe she did. I didn't quite. It seems they keep talking about him possibly being on the block or whatever, because he's saying somebody might use it on him, unless they were using what if scenarios. I'm not sure. So I didn't see everything, but something I did see is that he did get the power, which again, he's on that side of the house. Makes me sick. He got the power, but good. If it's truthful what he's telling his FAPs, then it's not anything good, because it just has something to do with the not slot, but the have-nots. So he can eat whatever he wants to eat for the duration of the game that he's in there, all the way to the end if he makes it. So that's not a good power. But yeah, Lala was in there spilling the beans. I love the way Yash did it. He was very truthful, and he was playing a pretty good true game, not telling any lies, although he did tell one when he expounded on something, or just added a little bit more with Mallory and Melody. But he's been doing pretty good, and it seems like for him, he went in the game knowing how he wants to play, and he lived up to that. Because like I said, he even said, y'all know I don't know, I got to think about it because I don't participate in the bull crap. So if it's messy, I don't have nothing to do with it. I may have recognized it at the moment when they brought it to me, but I just let it slip out my mind because I don't hold on to stuff like that. And I get it. And so he's playing that through. And that's what I need to tell you guys. If you ever decide to go on Big Brother, that's what you have to do. You have to, first of all, know what type of game you want to play. Know what is all involved, and then execute that. And you have to be executing it from the moment you step into that door until the moment that you're selected as the winner. Simple. Because if you falter, people catch that. If you have a smart person in the game. It seems like this season they don't have that many smart people in the game. But I like the way he was doing it. He was truthful with his. And Taylor, she didn't too much throw people under the bus either. She was doing a lot of just he say, she say type thing. And the reason why it is, she switched it because Dee asked her a specific question. And she kind of like just flipped the whole conversation to the point that Dee done forgot what it was she had even asked Taylor in the first place. So anyway, that's all I have on the live feeds, and that was the most important thing to me, because I feel like Dee has some nerve trying to get everybody to do what to tell her all their business with their private conversations when she's not privy to it. You must be crazy. Nobody don't have to tell you that. That's the name of the game. It's Big Brother. It's all about having your alliances and being true to those alliances. If I come to you and spill the beans, I'm not being true, and no, I can't be trusted no more in the game. And people will be willing to put me up, and when I do go up, I won't have anybody backing me, because they're going to think about when I did spill the beans and so forth and want me out the house. Anyway, that's all I have, guys.